Hello there, and this is the last in our series of the wands, the 8, 9 and 10 of wands in Sagittarius, being overlighted by the art card. So this one is oppression, the 10 of wands, and really take a little bit of time to look at that, because you've got the 8 wands behind it, and we know that 8 wands equals swiftness. But when you put these 2 wands in front of those 8 wands, they are almost like prison bars. And that exactly gives the game away, because there's a symbol at the top of the card, just underneath the number 10, which is a symbol for Saturn. Above the word oppression at the bottom of the card, there is the arrow, which is the symbol of Sagittarius. So this literally means limitations in freedom. Feeling your freedom is being limited. And oppression can work in one of 3 ways. And it's really important to be aware that this quality can be subtle. Not necessarily, but it can be, and it's when it's subtle that you need the most help with it. So if you've got an issue about oppression, this either means one of 3 things. It either means you are going around oppressing other people and not being aware of it, perhaps, or you are experiencing oppression from your life circumstances, which could well include other people. And the third possibility is you are actually creating the oppression yourself. It's a challenging one, oppression, and it's interesting and ironic for the people in the Western world. This is that period of time, just approaching Christmas, when they're all rushing around like headless chickens, trying to buy as many consumer items as they possibly can so that they can hold their head up and feel they didn't let anybody down. Yeah, it's all completely mad, isn't it? But that's actually what millions of people in the Western world do at this time of year. So there you go. Let's look at what we can do about oppression. It's quite an issue. And here are the colours, and we've seen these so familiarly because these colours were actually reversed last time with the strength card. It was the green at the top and the red at the bottom. Now here they are with the red at the top and the green at the bottom. And using the water in the glass, see film number 1 for that. We turn the card over, and here we've got Robin Hood. And in fact, these 2 cards really bear taking a look together. We saw in the previous card, Maid Marian, we saw her looking through the window of the castle, very much in a constrained, oppressed situation, looking out into nature and seeing Robin approaching her from a distance. Now the whole thing's turned completely on its head, and we can see Robin Hood on his way to the castle. And we can even see the woodland between the two, between Robin Hood and the castle. So these 2 images are really beautiful, and you can see the rainbow in the distance beyond the castle. So Robin Hood, this is what this one is all about. This is the message of Robin Hood. I am open to the light shining upon me and towards me. I accept where I am now as fully as I can. I am open to the light shining upon me and towards me. I accept where I am now as fully as I can. I am open to the light shining upon me and towards me. I accept where I am now as fully as I can. And so it is. And that is the gift of Robin Hood. So if we delve a little bit deeper into it, this is what we get. It is about a deep sense of balance between the root chakra and the heart chakra. Literally the red colour and the green colour. Where we find the relationship of the male and the female within ourselves. And this follows on perfectly from the strength card, where we saw that Maid Marian was an opportunity to look at questions and issues about gender. And here it's brought up even more strongly still. In fact, one of the ways that a lot of people experience oppression these days is trying to force themselves to fit into a very narrow role of what they were prescribed to see gender as through their programming, which might not actually be them. It could be that you might be a person that likes to dress in what would be regarded by some people to be gay clothing, and yet you have no interest in the same sex. That's just to give you a tiny little example of how you can start to really broaden the horizons here. There are so many stereotypes which mainstream society is pushing And I do use the word advisedly, pushing. And what I'm inviting you to do is to discover who you are. Far more satisfying. So going back into it again. Oppression, Robin Hood. Boundaries overstepped. A new degree of assertion needs to come about. The energy to find our space and direction to make appropriate life decisions. It indicates circumstances that have created questions in relation to gender. Well, you've got it again, haven't you? It relates to exactly the same thing. So this is a time of year to explore that if you haven't done so. If you know where you stand, that's absolutely fine. And it's an ironical thing, but the people that are most likely needing to question this are people of the heterosexual persuasion that have never even considered what is right for them. And it is your life, it's your body. And with respect, it's your wonderful journey through life. So this time of year is inviting you to become courageous, to embrace your sense of freedom and independence. And of course, to remember that you, if you are living in a mainstream society, to be cautious about who you choose to share things with. Choose your confidants well. It's always good advice, isn't it? So, thank you very much for tuning in, and next time we're going to be moving out of the wands back into the discs. And thank you very much.